What's going on, YouTube? I'm Eric Garmon from Jed Lawyers LLP, and I'm your local storm attorney. Now, today we continue our series on liens. More specifically, a mechanic's lien, which is what it's called in the state of Florida, or sometimes referred to as a contractor's lien. Now, I think it's really important to continue this series by answering the question of who can put a lien on your house. Generally, to put a lien on somebody's house, there are typically one of two things. In last video, we talked about somebody you had a direct contract or a contractual privity situation where they have the direct contract with contractual relationship with you, and they've done work on your house. The thing to remember here is they had to have conferred a permanent benefit upon your house, or they had to have ordered materials in anticipation of doing the same. The second situation we have is that of a subcontractor, okay? A general contractor or some other contractor subs the job out, and then that contractor comes in and they do work on your house. There is no direct privity here. There's no direct relationship between you and that sub. I mean, that's the whole thing. It was subcontracted out. So let's say for whatever reason, the contractor does not pay him, or for whatever reason he doesn't get paid, he can put a lien on your house as well. Now, it's going to be a little different there. They've got to give what's called a notice to owner, and they've also got a different time limit. It's not 90 days for a subcontractor or somebody that, isn't in that category A that we've talked about. They've got 45 days, so it's a little bit quicker of a time limit typically. Now, with that being said, whether they're a subcontractor, whether they're your general contractor, roofer, whatever the situation is, if their trade requires a license and they are unlicensed, they cannot put a lien on your house, a mechanic's lien in the state of Florida. It's huge because we have a lot of this going on right now. Really, so just some shady stuff, a lot of pressure is being put on people, and they're saying, hey, we'll put a lien on your house. The good news is, and again, always run this by an attorney to make sure that it is what it is, but if they do not have a license, they cannot. They're unable to file a lien. Now, they can file one. I mean, anybody can file anything, but it's not going to survive, okay? The state of Florida in no shape or form rewards unlicensed practice of any business, okay, and especially contracting. Now, that answers the question of who can put a lien on your house. There might be some situations that aren't covered, but in general, that's who can put a lien on your house. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that has a license. For instance, if you are a fencer, and not the kind with the sword, but if you're a fence installer, that's not necessarily a licensed trade. Painting is not necessarily a licensed trade, but those are permanent improvements, depending on the situation, that could qualify for a lien. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like down below, subscribe. Drop a comment if you have any questions or if there's a video you'd like to see in the future, and we'll see you next time.